Hey, I've got this silly looking keyboard. I've been testing it for the last couple of weeks, and at first I was sure I'm going to hate it. I mean, just look at it. Rounded keys, emoji buttons, but I don't know, honestly, I kinda like it. That being said, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. There are a few quirks that you should be aware of, and I'll be sure to highlight those. But first, let's start by exploring the design. The Logitech POP Keys Keyboard truly stands out with its distinctive design. The Blast model's black and yellow contrast is appealing, especially against my black wooden desk. However, the Heartbreaker, with its red and pink scheme, is quite striking, and my personal favorite is the Pastel Daydream variant for its unique charm. Complementing this range is the Pop mouse, with silent clicks and conveniently placed emoji button behind the scroll wheel. There are also mouse pads in this series, but some of them are already sold out, so if you're interested, you might have to hurry. Focusing back on the keyboard, it's clear that it's not designed for gaming. The keys, reminiscent of old typewriters, lend it a retro flair. Upon closer inspection, you'll notice that the characters on the keys are actually stickers, which become more apparent when they catch the light at certain angles. There's one notable exception, the escape key. For some reason it's shiny and has the writing printed on it. I'm not complaining, it's just a distinctive touch. The compact nature of this keyboard is also worth mentioning. 75% keyboards like this one have limited space and, as a result, a reduced number of keys. Manufacturers must be clever about the features they incorporate into such keyboards. That being said, Logitech did give this keyboard quite a few. Starting from the left side, you can lock the function key using the escape key. Next, you have the option to switch between up to 3 connected devices seamlessly. There's a convenient shortcut to show or hide the desktop, and there's a screenshot shortcut. You can turn microphone on and off. Moving along, the next 6 keys are designed for media control, allowing you to play, pause, skip tracks, and adjust the volume. Finally, there's a unique button that enables voice dictation if you prefer speaking over typing. And while it has the potential to be incredibly useful, I've customized it to work as a Siri button, which suits my workflow better. But I gotta say, there are a couple of things that I'm missing from my full-sized keyboard. Like, I loved this rubberized volume wheel. Now I'm back to using function keys, which is much less convenient once you get used to scrolling to change volume. And I don't have that handy dock for my phone anymore. It was great having my phone right there, even if it sometimes got in the way when I tried to tap something at the bottom of the screen. I know, this is another thing that is only inconvenient if you're used to having it, but I just wanted to mention what options or features you're missing out on if you prioritize simplicity. Plus, I can always use this standalone phone holder. Kinda wish I picked the yellow one when I had a chance, but it is what it is. Alright, let's chat about this keyboard's heft. It's definitely on the heavier side, but the build quality, solid as a rock. I tried to bend it a bit and not even a creak, it's that sturdy. Now, if you're not fussed about the weight and the fact that it doesn't come with a travel bag, you could easily take it on the road, thanks to its compact size. Getting used to those rounded keys might take a bit, plus they are all flat, so it's much less forgiving when you lose your rhythm when typing. I mean, look at my old Logitech G910 keyboard. It was a mess, I admit that. Keys were shaped in all sorts of ways, some with 3 angles, others with 2, and then there were flat ones. And get this, the Windows key was convex, but it actually made it so much easier to find out where your hands are when you got lost. Now, these Cherry MX brown switches, they're quite a shift from the Romer G switches in my old keyboard. It's tough to say which ones are better though. Both have their ups and downs. The Romer G switches, they actuate 0.5mm shorter, which Logitech claims makes them 25% faster than a lot of Cherry MX switches. Now, these Cherry MX browns, they need 10 more grams of force than your standard Romer G, so they are a bit more clicky and feel sturdier. But the real game changer for me is the sound. Just give it a listen. I gotta say, those Romer G linear switches are impressively quiet for a mechanical keyboard. In contrast, the Cherry MX Browns produce a higher pitched sound that's more pronounced. I think I prefer the Romer G switches mostly because of how they sound. But here's the thing about durability. Those Romer Gs, they break more easily, and trust me, I've learned that the hard way. So while I love their sound, I'm always a bit wary about their lifespan. So as I said, this one would be your typical 75% keyboard if it wasn't for those emoji keys. So let's finally talk about them, because I feel like they are the elephant in the room. Instead of your usual function keys next to the enter, you've got these funky yellow emoji buttons. You get 9 of them. There's this emoji menu key that pops up a whole selection of emojis to choose from. And the other 8, they're like your quick access emojis, but you've only got room for 4 at a time. I went for a heart emoji, a fire, a happy face for when I'm really into something, and the like emoji. Perfect for keeping people guessing whether I'm genuinely into their message or just being passive-aggressive. And now that I think about it, you could totally use it as a dislike button too. You know what? If you've got this far in this video, let me know by using the weirdest emoji you can find in the comments. Or you can use the like emoji if you want to keep me guessing. But you know, it kinda has that vibe like it's meant for Fortnite fans. Can you imagine mapping those funky emoji keys for your favorite Fortnite dances? That'd be something. And no flashy LED backlighting here. But honestly, once you've gone through the whole RGB phase, you don't really miss it when it's gone, trust me. It's a bit like having a pool in your backyard, right? At first, it's brilliant, but then you realize it's pricey to fill and a hassle to maintain. I don't know, I don't have a home with a pool, but I have an RGB keyboard and I feel like it's similar. There are 2 ways to connect the keyboard to your device. You can simply use the Bluetooth connection, or if that method fails or is unavailable for some reason, you can also use a Logi dongle. Just remember not to plug it into a USB hub. I did that and I was almost sure something was broken, but plugging it directly into my PC or just using Bluetooth connection, it resolved all the issues, so now you know. To tweak the settings, you'll need to get yourself the Logi Options Plus software. It is really simple and easy to understand. It lays out all the important bits about your gear, like how much battery you've got left. I just wish those emoji picks would switch up when you change their function. They are a bit stubborn, stuck on their default. A bit of a letdown. That being said, you can set those buttons to do way more than just emojis. You can program them for some nifty tricks like opening a whole bunch of apps, triggering special functions in programs like Premiere Pro, or even tapping into some smart ChatGPT-powered AI features. We're talking grammar checks, explaining text, coding, or even replying to messages. Pretty clever stuff, right? I'll explain that, but maybe in another video. Now back to the keyboard. It's powered by a pair of AAA batteries, and they are included. And Logitech claims they'll keep you going for about 3 years. My keyboard was down to 80% after about half a year of using it, so I'm thinking 3 years is achievable, even if you're using it as much as I do, and I do use it a lot. Alright folks, this keyboard isn't exactly flawless, and let's be real, it's not everyone's cup of tea. But hey, if you're vibing this cool style and fancy having your own set of emoji keys, chances are you'll dig what this keyboard has to offer. Now if you want to be my hero, you can hit that like button or drop a comment below. Your support means the world. Thanks a bunch for hanging out today. Hope I shed some light on things, and now you're miles ahead. Catch you in the next one. Ciao.